All right, I think I am live. Let me make sure. I am not a streamer, and so I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see here. I think I got a screen up here, and I got to sneeze, of course, right as I start. Of course. I'm going to be fighting it. Let's see. Am I live? I am live. Okay. Let me just get this. Whoops. Mute that so you don't hear it playing back. Alright. Let me share this. Again, like I said, I am not a streamer. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this. Share this in my Discord. Doing an impromptu live stream, working on my Patreon song for this week. Come hang out if you're around. There we go. There we go. And again, bear with me. If you're here, which nobody is yet, that's okay. I'm okay with that. How do I do? I know this is great. This is really fun for you guys. Let me pop out the chat. Drag it on this screen. Okay. Okay. Think I got it. There we go. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I've been wanting to get into live streaming again for whatever reason. And I thought about it today. Potentially, working on this song live, and I felt a lot of resistance to that idea. And so, because I felt that resistance, I thought, okay, well, I just need to go for it. Let's just go for it. So, anyway, if you do not know who I am, my name is Bert. I'm a video game composer. I release new music on my Patreon every Friday. Royalty-free music for people to use in their video games. And the theme of this month is like late 90s racer music, so like, jungle drum and bass kind of stuff, which is kind of outside of my wheelhouse, but that's what we're working on. I've got a little something. Oh, what's up, Nikki? Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is very new to me. I was about to start typing in the chat, but I realized, hey, I can just talk. So anyway, I am working on this song to release on Friday. 90s drum and bass style. Let me know, Nikki, if the volume is weird or anything. I did some tests ahead of time. It should be okay. But let me just play what I got right now. Very bare bones at the moment. A lot of drum and bass. Some weird distorted bass line here. Cool. Hey, welcome, Game On GNT. Appreciate you joining, man. It's weird for me, y'all. I never stream. And that's about as far as I've gotten right now. Like I said, this is still very early. I'm glad to see that your cats are dancing too, Nikki. If my cats were in here, they would be dancing. Actually, they'd be sleeping on the floor right behind me. So, don't know what I'm doing with this one. Like I said, I felt some resistance to doing this today because, you know, working on whether it's drawing or writing or whatever, you know, in front of an audience, it's just, you know, a lot of people aren't used to that, me included. But anyway, since this is like drum and bass type music, you know, 90s, a lot of that style of music uses a lot of samples. And so that's kind of what I've been doing, just laying down, you know, drum grooves just to get going, which I don't normally do sample based stuff, which is kind of why this is outside of my wheelhouse. But, you know, it's good to start like that, or it's a good experiment, I should say. So I want to work in this section for right now, this ending bits. Let me find, let's see here. I could even just keep it like that and then extend this section and then add something to this later half. So let me do that. Let me find a good sound. Let's see. Let's see. The first part of the stream is where everybody's dancing, then this part of the stream is where y'all just watch me fiddle with presets and whatnot. Alright, so let me get this going. Let me remember what key I was in. I was in, what is this? Okay, so I was doing like a D to C progression. Okay. Sorry if I just mumbled to myself a little bit. I'm just... That's just what I do. Okay. And that path's kind of like a... Maybe I'll pull another sample. Let me I got this little plug-in. This is where you can pull like little clips and then cut it up and do fun stuff. So let's see. That's basic. I need something like... You know, something like that. These are always fun just to flare in there. It's not exactly what I was looking for in this instance, but I mean, let's see. So like right there. Start there, and then I'm actually used to, I have all these windows, and I have 3 screens, and so I'm used to having them spread out, but since it needs to be on camera for you guys, it's a little different to navigate, but okay. That one. then right here, I really want something. Oh, that's the same I used. Well, I mean, I could throw this in. Right about there. Yeah, okay. Maybe I just need to go back to this baseline. I mean, I could just do that. Just modulate to a different key here. Just keep that same pattern. And then move this up to an E. Oh, that works. Going. Not that one. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. That. The magic of copying and pasting. Is this the thing digging this? That swooshy is a bit much. Yeah, it's this. Okay, so maybe it's okay here when it's a little bit more sparse, but once the bass comes in, I think I should pull that down a little bit. Let me bounce this and then. Make sure. I'll have to work on that little transition there. That's a little rough, but that's like fine detail stuff. I need to get the I need to get the core ideas down first. What was this section like again? Okay, this is just. Game On, is that Game On JJ? Game On GNT? It just occurred to me. I'm sorry. Like, if that's you, what's up, dude? It just occurred to me, like the similarities in the name. Let's see here. And pondering. Yeah, let's sometimes I just have to like start from the beginning again too. So this is just my life of hearing the same sections of song over and over and over again. I thought so. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I was just in the midst of this, and then I was like, "Oh, I bet that's Game On JJ." Thanks for joining, dude. I'm actually surprised that that the two of you are here. I'm just surprised anybody showed up, I guess is what I'm getting at, but so appreciate it. Let me listen to this again from the top and see if sometimes it's like as you're listening to it, you'll start to hear an idea form before it's like on the canvas. I need something there. you know what I can do? Okay. Okay. Boom. Maybe that. Okay. Let me start it off right here. Get my click track going. I'm gonna have a 4 count in before I record. So, where was my click? Where was my click? Somehow it got turned off. Okay. That works. That works. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your coffee brewing. And Bert Manser. I go by Bert Zerker, but I like Bert Manser also. I think Bert Zerker is my role in Discord, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I might change that to a different sound, though. Maybe if I drop it down to this one. My project files are super unorganized, especially early on. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times people will go through and name things over here. Like I should name this, bass 1. Instead, it's just named the instrument that I use, Bert Zerkermancer. Fun to listen while I tinker away. Oh man, JJ, it's kind of stopped now, but it's been raining today a lot, so the garden's getting rained, just naturally. So that's kind of nice. I don't really take care of the garden at all, but. Oh, thanks, Nikki. I appreciate that. I think this one's turning out pretty good. This 90s racing theme, I'll be honest, the first track I did, I was kind of having a rough time with it, but the second one I started kind of getting the hang of it. This one, most of what you hear came out in like an hour, on I don't know, Tuesday or something, whenever I was working on this one. The 8th. Thursday. Doesn't matter. Anyway, most of this came out in like one little session, and so now it's just going through and fixing it up. So this one was that bass. Let's find a new bass sound for this. Not that. Let me just solo it. Maybe. No, not that one. Okay, maybe that. That's not bad. I have to fix that modulation. So these little curves, these are those like wow sounds. But you can see they're not quite equal. So let me do, hang on. Kind of liked this one better. Let's do a parabola. Oop, other way. Can't really see it, but yeah. Something like that. And let me start it at this right beat. So start on this one. Still a little different. It might be because of the velocity of it. Or it could just be... Yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna go with that for right now. Sometimes it's just like, if I don't just make a decision, I'll just sit here and just work on those, you know, that little section for way too long and drive myself crazy. I actually never played Ridge Racer. I didn't play a ton of racing games except for, like, you know, like Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing, and I feel like they're like maybe some of the snowboarding racing games. Those kind of count. Like I remember really liking 1080 on N64. That was a good one. All right, so let's see. I think that's not even the section I really wanted to work on, but like I said, just an idea kind of popped in my head, so I wanted to get to it. Let me turn the volume down on that one. Space here. You know what I should do? Okay, at this section, I should change up the drum beat a little bit here. Is this the one? What if I mute this? Hang on. All right. Okay. Yeah. And now I still want to add some more to that. I'm just gonna mute that section in case I change my mind. But let's find. I really want some. I want some like top end stuff, so like hi-hats. Oh, that one's interesting. Yeah, that one's interesting. Let's see what this is like. Drop it into my drum folder. Is this the right? Yep. Oh. And make sure it is following the right tempo. That's a no. That did not work. Maybe if I turn off the other one. What's the other hi-hat? I guess it's all just layered into the others. Yeah, that one was a no from me, dog. Let's get that one out. No. That's not the hi-hat I'm looking for. Transcends techno drums. I mean, maybe just sometimes just something simple like that is enough to change the feel. I keep having to check. Bar 50. Bar 50 is where I start. Okay. I'm on time stretch. Okay. Yep. Okay. And I do want to change. I think I need to change this core one here at this point. maybe even both of them. I don't know. Let's just mute that one for right now. Let's just try it. Just try it. Let's throw it in there. Again, this is all sample-based stuff, and so it's this is different than I normally do. I promise. I'm not just dragging samples into every song. Yeah, it kind of works. I'm just gonna go with that for now, and I think I am gonna turn off these swooshy sounds for this. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete them. Swooshy sounds for once the bass kicks in, and let's do. I really do want to add some more. Like top end, like synth pads here. I have a screen up here and I accidentally moused up into it and like over the YouTube next button, and there's just a picture of Amy Lee, like the Evanescence, the Fallen album, the first album, whatever. Now it's just sitting up there. So all of a sudden Amy Lee popped up on my screen. It was kind of, which this is not a bad thing. Okay, so what was I doing? Could do that. No, not quite. Playing the wrong chords, really. Could do that. Let's see. Maybe that. Let's try that. I'm not a great piano player, but I know. It's almost, there's still a little bit of clashing in there. I think it's because of my bass line. I think I'm gonna lay that down and then do some adjusting from there. So let's just start from here. Try that for a second to see what we got going on. So quantize that, snap it to the right beats, because I play mostly in time, but there's still latency between like the keyboard and processing to the computer, so I usually have to quantize anyway. I don't think that's uncommon. So what was clashing is I was playing fifths here. Actually, let me change color on these. So blue for my bass, which I usually do. I color code things generally. I do bass is blue, guitar is green, drums are dark red. Anyway, and then synthesizers are generally like a purplish or a pinkish or whatever. So if I do this, oh, is it not? There we go. Okay, let me. So here's the two parts, and if I drag this synth line down, you'll see this right here. This, this middle note is clashing on both of them. So that's like, just without going too deep into music theory, because they're so close. It's like it's a perfect fifth versus a flat five. Or actually, I'm sorry. This is a. I gotta look. I can't look on here. Yeah, it's a fifth. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a fifth clashing against another half step. So what I can do, I think I can raise one up or drop the other. I used to be so much better with my music theory, y'all, and I just don't ever have a chance to like converse about it with anybody, and so it gets foggy. So now, let's see, let me drag these purple notes back up. I think they were up 2 octaves. And let's just listen to these, just these 2 parts. Yeah, that's better. See, as were before, here I'll just to show you guys, let me drop this first section back down. This is where it was, and then the second half, this is where it's corrected. You might be able to hear, maybe you'll hear the conflict. It's not bad, but it's whereas this is, that's a bit more pleasant, I guess. They're having notes right next to each other like that, creating tension. That's not like 100% a bad thing. You know, some cases you want that. You write in horror music and you got some crazy synth pads going on, and you just 2 notes right next to each other. That that'll do you good. Okay, and now I want to take this. Actually, I need to mix this down some. Let me actually mess with the sound. I'm just going to turn the volume down on it just a bit. Let's do -6 dB. That's too much. Okay. Alright, so that's not too awful bad. Now we're at, what, minute 40-ish, because I didn't start right at the beginning. Minute 39. Oh. Let's see. Really, I just need something at the end that will lead us back into this. I think I want to use that bit again. And then, which was the other one? Nope. And that again. I wonder if I just do... this And then, where was that other one at? Let's try this. Let's just see if this loops back. Oops, 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 nope. Yep. This little blue section up at the top, this is my loop region. So it's like if it hits the end of that, it'll loop back to the beginning. So this is how I'll check things. So let's just play from here and see if it flows smoothly into the beginning. It's probably going to need some more work, to be honest with you, but I'm just going to see what we got. Yeah, definitely needs some more. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So this needs to go. That one, no. I'm okay with all this. Yep, I'm okay with all that as like extra noise, but it needs something a little stronger for the melodic content. I mean, it could even just be. Bum, 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 bum. No, that's not quite right. Bum, 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 bum. I think it's just that. Nope. I think it's just. It sounds so much like happier with this patch, this instrument here. Maybe, okay, let's use this guy that I started to use before. Let's take this opening. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Sorry, just. That probably sounded good on the mic, me doing that. Okay, that's fine. So now what I just did, I've got that sample, this one. I've got it, basically that sample is now plugged into my keyboard. So if I can play that sample, you can see the keys playing on here. So it's like I could use that same exact sound essentially and come up with a new line, which maybe is what I'll need to do for this ending tag. That wasn't good. I think I like the sound of it, but the playing was not good. Okay, let's cut the region here. Zoom in a little bit. I used to use Studio. This is Studio One is the program I'm using, and I used to use Studio One version 6. And I was having a lot of problems with it. Actually, okay, I used this version, which is version 3, for like years, and then finally I was like, oh, you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm finally in music full time. Let me upgrade to version 6, and I was not happy with it. There we go. Nope. Anyway, I was very disappointed with version 6. I still tried to use it for a couple years. Then when I added this third monitor, it started having all sorts of issues. And so I switched back to version 3. Works great. Works just like I remembered. But some of these, like this sample one, some of the stock plugins and instruments are a little different. And so I'm just trying to relearn how to use those. So it's like, I remember how in Studio One version 6, how to just set up just to use this section, and I'm trying to think of how to do it here. I guess it would be end. No, that's this thing. Let's see. Nah, I didn't like that. Oh, let's see. Made a little bit of progress. Not a ton, but I mean, I've got till Friday. Sometimes I just, sometimes you get on good runs where you just it just completely falls out. Like I was saying, the start of this was really, it just came out really easy. And then sometimes it's just, finishing up the fine details that can take a little bit of extra time, but that's okay. That's just part of it. It could also be because I have eyes on me and now I'm nervous. Not really. I don't know. Let's think here. Let's think. Oops. Let's just grab a different instrument and see. What do I want to grab? Let's grab UVI, Falcon. Let's see what we can find in here. Did I grab Workstation? I didn't want Workstation. I wanted Falchion. Falcione. Hopefully this stream has been interesting, or at least somewhat entertaining to listen to. It's loading. Oh, okay, now it's just... Here we go. Okay. Falcione. This says a ton of instruments in it. It's still loading them up. But there's a lot of libraries here for me to use. Yeah, it is. It's very different creating in front of people. That's why I just have never done it before, but like I don't know. Like I said, I was kind of had the thought this morning and I was feeling a lot of resistance towards it, and so I figured, well, if I'm feeling this much resistance, that means I got to do it. So here we are. And yep. But no, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. Paralysis of analysis. There's some, like all of these And it's still loading some. These are all different libraries. Like this one is just pianos. You know, each one of these is a different piano that you can adjust and tweak. Oh, that's awesome. Gotta love RPGA, right? It's a lot of fun. I'm so glad to be a part of that project. Hopefully Locke is feeling better. He was sick the other day. I think he said he is feeling better, but yeah, each one of these is its own instrument that has a ton of different things we can do. And it's like, you know, when you're scrolling through, you're looking for a sound. I always just grab presets to start and then I kind of tweak from there. But it's like, you know, you're looking at them, you're like, well, what is so long sound like? Like, what is... Let's see. I don't know. Oh, let me close this. So then it brings up this interface, and you just... All right, what's it sound like? Actually kind of cool. It's kind of nice. I don't know if it'll fit in this song, but it might. And thanks, JJ. I'm glad it's been interesting. I might be doing more of these. I want to... I feel like it's a good way to connect with you guys, with the community. It's kind of a nice sound. Is there anything I can do with that? As is... Where would this be good? Maybe... It's kind of close to this one, this purple one. So, what if we just double it up? That's the purple one and the so long sound. Glass flute. I have a glass flute. There's one one library here called Glass Orchestra. And is there flute on here? Oh, they all sound like flutes. Seraphim. Let's see. Glass flute. Das Flute. Seraphim might be fluty. Yeah, let's see. Let's see here. I gotta add a new track. This is channel 2. This is my glass flute. It's not really a flute. That's just... That's like rubbing the glass, doing that thing. This one's got coffee in it though. This collection in particular is really cool. I do like the glass stuff, especially for like just weird mystical stuff like there's a soundtrack I did that it's still not out yet. There's a game. It's Magic of Spring. I'm patiently waiting for that one to come out because there's a handful of songs on there that I feel like are really some of my best stuff. Anyway, I use stuff like that Glass Orchestra, and I use this Aurora one a lot. This is more like piano samples, but made into glassy sounds. Actually, real quick, let me save this project just because I'm about to start messing around with different sounds. Toot toot tat tat a do drum. Let's see. Do you put on things? Yeah, I mean, you know, if music is just something that I've just poured a lot of skill points into, like for years and years and years, and I wish I was better at stuff like programming, or artwork, like visual drawing, but I haven't put the skill points in. So that's just what it is, you know. And sometimes I'll get on these little kicks where I will try to put in some points. Like I've used Godot a bit too, just trying to learn it, and I'll have these stretches where, you know, I'm really into it and I'm learning, and then all of a sudden it's just like, you know, life catches up. I got deadlines to meet here, and you know, and then more skill points go into the music. So it's just life. You know how it goes. We all have a million things we want to do, and only so much time that we can't do it. This one sounds like. Oh, cool! Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying that one. I was really happy with that horror soundtrack. It's I like writing spooky ambiences like that right there. What a great like foundation just for like some moody horror music. Like drop it down an octave. That's so cool. I love, you know, honestly, I might save that. I might go to a real quick. Wait, what was that one? Let me. It says Snowman. It's not Snowman. It's Fourth Repeat. All right, Fourth Repeat. Aurora, new song. We're doing this. Yeah, I'll probably do a second pack of that one day. You know, once we hit October and we do another spooky month theme, that's very much possible. Fourth Repeat, is that what I said? Yeah. But my tempo is different. I think it was at like 160, 165. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I like that a lot. I kind of messed up the playing a little bit, but that's what quantizing is for. There we go. Get all those in place. There we go. Cool. Just a little sketch. You know, that's the thing, is like you'll get these little ideas. Let's rename this. Let's call it spooky ambience. It's just kind of like jotting down notes. It's like I might forget about this for months and then come back and see, oh, spooky ambience, what was that? And no problem, you know, I understand. But yeah, you write down these little notes and then come back like a couple months later. It's like you might lose steam or momentum on an idea, you know, right now, but then come back and listen to it, you know, a month, 3 months, a year from now, and all of a sudden it's just like it's brand new, it's fresh, but you've already got that foundation down. I've done that several times on Patreon especially. Yeah, exactly. It's like drawing. It's like just getting a sketch down and then coming back later and being like, oh, you know, let me fill in. I can see more details now in my mind. I see, oh, what their you know, what their jacket is supposed to look like, or what their cape is, or their hair, or whatever. You know, it's very similar. It's just a different different trade, a different discipline. So I just wanted to get that little thing down because that was a cool sound. Like I said, there's so many different patches in just this one thing alone. It's like I have no idea what they all sound like. There's no way I could know what all of these sound like off the top of my head. So back in the drum and bass, I'll probably go for just a little bit longer and then get some lunch. Like I said, this was all impromptu. I had no idea I was going to do this. Maybe I'll stream again later and I'll just like play video games or something. I don't know. That would be fun. Ethereal. Ethereal. Okay, hang on. Let's just play from the top. That is not the sound I'm looking for. Digital Sensations. These ones have some pretty good 90s sounds. Let's do... Porter Voices, sure. Arpeggios and sequences. Flute chords. No. Oh, this could be good. Maybe. Okay, that works there. That works for that little break. And see, I've even got a note. Add more flair. So let's do... It's a little off of my time, of course, but that's okay. Kind of off. I might actually, for that latter half of that section, just start pulling it back. Whoops. I wonder if I just take it out completely. So it's like... Okay, maybe. I feel like the timing is a little off on this still. Like it needs to start a little sooner. Just as... Let's just bump it over. Maybe more than that. That was better. I like that better. Let's try it. Let's keep that. Name stuff as I go. Arpeggi. This was... Oh yeah, did I actually want this? I think I got distracted with that. Kind of works. So is that actually actually adding. Something you can do is, you know, I've got that in there, but if I take it away, does it feel like the song is missing something? Not really. It's kind of... It's more of just strengthening this line, which... Yeah, I don't think that's doing enough for me to justify keeping it, honestly. I could just turn this other one up if I wanted more of that, so let me get rid of that. If I was to do something like that, I would extend this whole section. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe I'm gonna add that, and just it's kind of taken, I feel like it's kind of taken away from that 90s club sound, but it's not, it's nice. Let's just go with it for right now. Okay. And then I'm gonna do one of my go-to tricks. Let's extend this out. Let's just start, or yeah. Let's see. And then for this, okay, what is it? It's C, D, E. I got B. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just do this again. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to here. Maybe. Like I said, it's kind of like losing. I feel like it's kind of losing that '90s feel, but maybe once it's all together, this will make sense. It's very heavy on the melodic progression, I guess. I could be completely wrong, but let's just. Maybe I'll do that. Well, just gonna leave that for now, and then I will, when I come back and listen to it Monday, see how that sounds to me. Let's add those drums in, keep those going. Oh, is this? That should be in the drums folder. So let's keep this. Boop, boop. Drag all this back over. Extend my loop region. Section obviously needs a bit more, but okay, well, that's some progress. Like I said, I got till Friday to actually, well, I got till Thursday really to finish it. Friday it releases, but hey, you know, I think where were we were just in this section, so we got a latter half going there, but I think I'm going to call it here for the day. I really do appreciate you guys joining me. Hopefully this was, not a complete colossal failure, but I think it went well. I appreciate the feedback and stuff in the chat, but we'll do this again. We'll do this again. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some lunch. Thank you guys for joining me. You're amazing. I'm Bert, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.